Check 1 2, check 1 2. What's up, everybody? This is Derrick Broze of the Conscious Resistance Network. I apologize if this video gets a bit laggy. Just listen to what I'm saying. If you can hear me, then I'm fine. That's all I really care about. If you can't see me, that's fine as well. I'm going to post another version of this video later, so if you need to see my face to pay attention, you can see my face later. I promise I look the same, and it's pretty much irrelevant to what I'm going to talk about. But what I want to share with you today, I just did this video, so I'm going to try not to go overboard with repeating myself, but this summer, beginning on May 18th, I'm going to be traveling across the United States, visiting 58 cities total, I believe, across the U.S., Texas, West Coast, Midwest, East Coast. I did this last year. It was called the Decentralize Your Life Tour. We visited 48 cities. This year, we ramped it up. We're doing 58 cities, visiting some new places. We scaled back some areas. We're going up into the Northwest now, into Oregon and Washington. Excited about that. Never been up there. And just really expanding our reach even further. The other really cool thing about this tour, which we went from calling it the Decentralize Your Life Tour to now the Liberate Your Mind Tour. And it's not just a rebranding for no reason. There is a reason. There is a method to the madness. There's a reason that I gave it the name I did, and I'm going to explain that as well. But before I get into that, I just want to mention this, as always. If you are listening to this, comment below, let people know where you're listening from. I do appreciate those who make that effort to do that, because it's helpful for us to see where everybody's listening from and to get sort of a gauge or an understanding of what parts of the world there is genuine interest in the message of either my work, my journalism, my philosophical work, what I call holistic activism, or this movement that we call the conscious resistance. So let us know where you're listening from. That's always beautiful and a good reminder for everyone to know that you're not alone. There's people all over the world. I'm just returning to Texas in the United States from speaking in Spain and Portugal, and meeting family, I mean truly family that I can connect with and open and heal, who are out there trying to promote very important causes and make the world a better place. And it was such a good reminder to me, somebody who's engaged in this full time, who I tell other people, hey, don't forget, you're not alone. And even sometimes I might forget that, but I remember that this weekend by connecting with these great souls in Portugal and Spain. So yeah, let everybody know where you're listening from. So the tour, first off, check out theconsciousresistance.com/liberate. Damon, if you are listening, brother, please post that link in the comments below. If not, I'll get it in there. But it's the Conscious Resistance, that's CONSCIOUS, theconsciousresistance.com/liberate. The tour is called the Liberate Your Mind Tour. As I said, last year when we did this, it was the Decentralize Your Life Tour. We were talking about cryptocurrency. We were talking about decentralized from state education, from the government itself, from unsustainable corporate institutions, from centralized food production, from decentralizing from unhealthy relationship patterns, and from unhealthy spiritual patterns, and all these different ways, decentralizing our lives, becoming the master of ourselves, and ruling ourselves rather than relying on government or some other institution to lord over us, when we are really free, beautiful, powerful people capable of organizing our own lives. So that's what the first tour is about, right? What are we doing for 2018? What's different? Why should you come to this? Well, first of all, the event's for free, so it's not going to cost you anything to come visit. And more than likely, we're coming somewhere near you if you're in the United States. And why did we change the name from Decentralize Your Life to Liberate Your Mind? Is there a difference? Am I done talking about decentralization? Have I given up on cryptocurrency? Have I given up on these messages? No, not at all. In fact, I'm embracing them even further. And what I've realized, though, is when I want to talk about decentralization, there's so much more than just decentralization. There's so much more than cryptocurrency and just decentralizing in order to free yourself, right? We also have to liberate ourselves. We have to liberate our mind, free ourselves and these minds, because we have to understand that inside this skull, inside this little space that you have here, the people in power, call them whatever you want, the deep state, the Illuminati, the New World Order, just greedy fucking assholes, whatever you want to call them, people that are trying to manipulate things, they want to get in that space, that inside your head. They want to manipulate your brain on a sort of esoteric way, but also more literally. They would like to manipulate your brain waves and control what you think. And they try to control what you think as much as possible through state propaganda and through corporate news and corporate advertising. So in a very real way, people are trying to manipulate, control, and access this space, this most important real estate inside your brain. And it is up to us as free, powerful, beautiful people to free ourselves from that. And then I believe also to help free our brothers and sisters and allow them to see to see these change, to see that we live quite literally in a matrix and that there is a way to get out of it. So to decentralize your life, you must first realize that there's something to unplug from, right? I mean, decentralization is the answer, and I typically only focus on the answers and the solutions, but I think also we can't completely just ignore the fact that there are problems that exist. There are, otherwise we wouldn't need solutions, right? If we didn't have any problems, there'd be no need for solutions. However, we deal with a lot of problems in the world, and I tend to try to focus only on the solutions, or I have in the past, because I don't want to be a fear monger, right? I don't just want to talk about the problems, and I don't want to only emphasize the problems to people without providing some type of solution. And that's just been my particular strategy, my method over the last 8 years that I've been doing activism. However, it's time to really come to grips with the reality that there are difficult situations happening in our lives. There are some fucked up things happening. I mean, excuse my language if it offends you, but I mean, let's just be real about this. The world is becoming increasingly unfree. Governments around the world are starting to restrict more and more press freedom and civil liberties and freedom of expression, and there's destruction to the environment. People treat each other horribly, and in many cases, I mean, there are a lot of things going on that we could complain and bitch about, right? But as I said, I want to focus on the solutions. However, for this tour, I'm going to be doing a brand new presentation that will also highlight the quote-unquote problems, okay? The things that we want to free ourselves from, the things that you want to liberate yourself from. Because as I said, if we didn't have problems, there wouldn't be a need for solutions. And if our minds were already free, then we wouldn't need to liberate them. However, I think that in many ways our minds are not free, and this is what my tour is going to focus on this year. So yes, it will be about everything you heard me talk about last year, or if you're familiar with my work, you've heard me talk about before. It will be about freedom. It will be about self-empowerment. We're going to have meditation again. Yes, once again, Miriam will be presenting meditation. Each event that we visit, as we visit 58 cities across the United States, we will be starting with a meditation. I will be giving this brand new in-depth presentation that I'm discussing here with you, and we'll be ending with live music. That's every single city across the United States. In addition, we're also going to be volunteering across the United States in different communities. So we might be feeding the homeless in one community, we might be volunteering at an urban farm in another, we might be cleaning up a beach or cleaning up a park in a different one. Just different things that individuals in their community say, hey, we have a need for this, there's a desire to work on this. So we will put our effort and our time and energy to do that. So yeah, community volunteering, showing people that we don't need to rely on governments to help ourselves. We can take care of each other. Showing people that we don't need to rely on corporate institutions to take care of us. We can take care of each other. Decentralizing, unplugging, but then also educating. So when I talk about liberating your mind, I'm going to be giving a presentation that will look into the failed education system, not only how the state education system is designed to create more slaves, more of this sort of master-slave dichotomy where people think they need mommy and daddy, father figure to take care of them, but we're also going to be talking about some real practical ideas on the school-to-prison pipeline, how not only is it an indoctrination center, but it's meant to be a way to funnel kids from, for being children, for silly little things, funnel them into this prison system where they can become criminals for the rest of their lives and have to be further broken down spiritually, mentally, and physically. So the education system, we're also going to be talking about liberating your mind in the sense of rethinking your diet and the way that you approach your food, rethinking everything we think we know about government, right? Rethinking everything we know about corporate structures. Also liberating our minds from these sort of societal false, I would say, imposed idea of what a man should act like and what a woman should act like. This idea that says that men can never cry or can never express emotion, women can never be strong, or we have to dress a certain way or act a certain way or think a certain way. These are all things that have been imposed upon us. I want to talk about liberating ourselves from this. So I will be giving an hour-and-a-half in-depth presentation going through history, going through education, going through government, talking about banking, talking about the emotional self, and of course, by the end of this, talking about solutions and how we can deal with this. So that's what the Liberate Your Mind Tour is all about. We will be doing meditation, this presentation, and also music. In addition, the event is also sponsored by Bitcoin.com, who they were a big sponsor of last year's tour, and we are so thankful to work with them again. Bitcoin.com, if you don't know, they're an amazing resource for all things cryptocurrency. They promote Bitcoin Cash, which is an alternative cryptocurrency, alternative to Bitcoin. If you liked Bitcoin before, if you've heard of Bitcoin and you want to use something that's fast and has low fees, Bitcoin Cash is probably something you should look into. So thanks to Bitcoin.com and their sponsorship, and I believe in transparency. What that means is they are giving us $15,000 worth of cryptocurrency to finance our tour, to pay for our food, pay for our gas, to visit all these places, to spread this message that we believe in. And we're so thankful for that. And in addition, we will be seeking other sponsors in different ways. But right now, Bitcoin.com is the main sponsor that we're really thankful. They're helping us do this tour, and we're going to be kicking it off in about 15 days. And also, in addition, thanks to Bitcoin.com, everybody who comes to the events will have a chance to win free cryptocurrency. So you could win, $1, $2, $5. We're going to be giving away different amounts of Bitcoin Cash to everybody who attends the events. So that's my spiel. I've been talking long enough. If you're interested in permaculture, you're interested in freedom, you're interested in health freedom, you're interested in meditation, spirituality, you're interested in self-empowerment, self-liberation, any of these ideas, or if you just want to come tell me that you think I'm wrong, just come here, experience this, get some meditation in, hear this new presentation that I'm offering, check out some music. I'm going to have my books for sale, I'm going to have t-shirts, we'll be giving away cryptocurrency, and so many more things. If you want to check out the full schedule, check out theconsciousresistance.com/liberate. There you can see all 58 cities. We're pretty much booked full. I know some people are going to reach out and say, hey, come to our city. At this point, I think we're full, but I do hope to see you again next year. For this year, though, please, if you're out there and you care about this message, you care about my work, spread the word, because I killed my Facebook. I'm broadcasting you through the Conscious Resistance Network Facebook page. My personal Facebook page is gone, so if you want to find me, you're not going to find me on there. The way you can find me is by coming to this tour. I think it's time for us to start spreading our ideas in person and not rely on just using the internet, just using social media, especially getting away from social media, and connecting face to face. So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm spreading my message across the United States. We're going to come teach you how to decentralize your life, how to liberate your mind, and how to become a happier, more free, beautiful person. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please follow us on Facebook. Check out us on Steemit, on Minds.com at the Conscious Resistance Network. We're also on MeWe at Derrick Broze, where you can follow my pages where all of the Conscious Resistance Network work will be promoted. Thank you guys so much for the support. As always, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.